down here, spawning as the red Protoss player. What a previous game from him, despite losing it. Playing for Team Alliance, it's NaNiwa! And this player likewise playing up to skill, up to par with NaNiwa previously. Playing for Team Startail, it's live!
Like I said, both players playing really well right now. NaNiwa's macro, decisions, vision, everything good, but that Void Ray micro, man, that was ridiculous. It's so hard to do. Pull them back on time, send them back into the fight. They're gonna survive, and then the units, the Hydralisks, are gonna be attacking other Void Rays. They regenerate shields. This was the only reason he held. Those pullbacks from the Void Rays, perfect time warp, and force field. I'm so impressed with the way he was able to make this happen, but life, too strong again in the previous game. Yeah. And I really like this Nidus strategy, by the way. This is the first time I've seen this happen. A Zerg thinking is really far ahead and trying to exploit the Nidus to the way it should be used. If you think you have an advantage and you're too far to reinforce very quickly, you just throw down the Nidus like this, and your units get there instantly. It's basically the warping of Zergs.
I really like here that, but did you see the drone scale? He scouted inside his main base in case there was proxy gateways from NaNiwa. But yeah, I mean, I loved also, as you say, the Nidus one played great from Life. But now obviously Life is in the driving position. It's 3 games to 1. He needs 1 more win, and he is the Interstream Masters champion. He's got 3 games comfort zone. But now let's look at NaNiwa. What do you think that NaNiwa would be thinking and how to approach playing on Yongsoo against the way that Life is playing?
He's already playing so well. It's just not working out. Remember what he did against Hyun when he thought that Hyun might start hard countering him? Yeah. He went for a completely different thing. So now, in the previous game, he was already trying to surprise his opponent with one of the things that he did against Hyun. It's just that the execution was not good enough with the Dark Templars. He had time to warp in some Dark Templars across the map. He could have not let his opponent get inside of his base with the Zerglings, although against Life, it does seem pretty impossible at times. And if this had happened, NaNiwa could have outright won the game with those Dark Templars. So in this game, if he goes again with the same strategy he did against Hyun with the Blink Stalkers, and it surprises Life, he might be able to get a quick win.
All right, well.
Pylon, okay.
Life circling to attempt to get inside the main base here. Pylon is made. Mothership Core will push these back for now. A very tense arena here in Comic-Con as we wait to find out how this match is going to be played out. It's fast Stargate from NaNiwa before Wargate research, before anything here.
In his wall too. And a Forge, okay, so he's going to be getting units out of just 1 gateway for quite some time. And has to be careful with his wall here. Maybe get a cannon against Life, I mean. Maybe get 5 cannons.
Maybe get 5 cannons. Yeah, Life circling is absolutely remarkable, just finding their way through every single little crack.
And Life is opening 4 queens here.
He scouted the Stargate and Forge, by the way, with that Overlord.
This is really cool. I mean, any kind of early on unit is not going to do anything here. He could start killing those rocks to take the top left hand side base. And he's going to be adding 1 gas in each base, Life that is. Do you think he goes for a quick third from there? Why is he getting... This is a Zerg versus Tyrann build, feels like.
Yeah, he's playing very cautiously here. I mean, taking the 3rd base, if he doesn't take it soon, he's not going to take it any time because the Phoenixes are going to be on top of it. They'll find the drone trying to go down, and it will get delayed significantly. You'd have to imagine he'd try to get it very soon.
And I really like that. The creep spread, because of those queens, is going to start very early on. If you can get a very good creep spread going on this map, Swarm Hosts are going to be a great choice, but just Roaches and Hydralisks are going to be made a lot stronger as well. Oh, double Evolution Chamber by Life. Is this the mass Zergling and melee units style that we've seen before? Because he might think he's up against Stargate, he goes into lots of Lynx, Queens, and then Ultras? And Infestors, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. We'll have to find out. He started his lair as well here. Could it be for a heavy Hydralisk play with double upgrades at the same time here? We'll have to find out.
Oh, good point.
Let's wait. Double Evolution Chambers are finished, though. The most important part of this, which is it? Attacking upgrades? Attack range, sorry? Or melee?
Melee, I think. When you make Evos this early, usually it's for melee, but oh, you are right. Nice read.
So,
he's going to go for missile.
So with this coming in, he's going to play it must be very heavy Hydralisk. And imagine, with the creep spread started so early with the queens that he's got, the Hydralisks are going to zip across the map. They'll get to that base third, and if NaNiwa isn't set up correctly in time, he could be in trouble. By the way, only one evolution chamber being... Okay, never mind, that has been used now.
Yeah, they are gonna zip across the map.
Zip.
All right.
All right.
Whatever that means. Roach running on the way.
Like a zip line, you know, zip line.
Oh, okay.
They're going to get right across there. So the Phoenixes now, there's quite a few of them, 5, but NaNiwa yet to identify exactly what he's playing against. He's seen the double evolution chamber, but as you said, you're a Protoss player, you could have thought it was Zergling style.
Yeah.
NaNiwa needs to kind of know, but how is he really going to know until it's too late? The Roach Warren, is that enough?
I thought they were pretty early, but maybe they were not that early, actually. But NaNiwa, I feel like he has overmade Phoenixes. You're supposed to get 4 or 5, now he's made 6. This can be a big deal. This is going to delay any kind of later take he needs to get a little bit. And he's going to get cannon at his expansion quite early on in this game. So I think maybe he's had enough of the Zergling run-bys. This is really going to help against it.
Yeah, and well, it looks like NaNiwa are going to attempt here to just fly around, scout out as much as he can, and he's seen the lair finish. Roach speed is on its way. NaNiwa's got an established third base already. Twilight Council is down. Where is the Hydralisk den? Is it
Not
just
here.
Roaches? Surely not just
He's getting a lot of
roaches
roaches right now, but mixing it up with adding extra drones. Maybe Mass Roach Queen had Nidus? Don't you think that's a possibility? Okay,
well,
infestation pit.
Well, he's already at 5 queens here, but by the way,
Whoa.
NaNiwa has found this drone line. Even though there's a spore crow there, he picks up a couple of drones throughout this. Oh my god, throughout this, he's already killed 13 drones. That's actually pretty big.
Yeah, and NaNiwa is actually a pro bleed right now. I like his position in this game. If he adds on a lot of extra gateways here, which is exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, and Templar Archive started fast, very fast. No +2, no Zealot charge for now. Templar Archives first. NaNiwa is telling us that he wants Storm fast in this game, Todd.
Or actually, he wants to have the option to feedback as well. Remember in the previous game when he got attacked by all the Hydralisk and Queens, and it was mostly Queens against Void Race? If he had had a lot of Templars, he didn't have the Templar Archive, because he was investing a lot into Void Race to try and defend his third. If he had had the Templar Archive and would only warped in Zealot and Templars, he could have feedbacked all of these Queens, which were quite high on energy for some of them, and then made Archons in support.
Remember, there's no Zergling speed as well, so it's very heavy. Roach, Queen, Infester for the time being. There's no Hydralisk Den, Roach, Queen, Infester. 8 gateways in production. That's a lot of bloody gateways in production. +2 attack. Zealot charge starting. There are the gateways being added on.
It's like a whole city.
But now we see Enduring Locusts on the way.
And
that's a big switch up, of course.
Yeah, and NaNiwa has shown that he struggles a little bit against these Locusts before, against this Swarm Host play. Remember what I mentioned about the creep spread? Life is going to have great vision all around the map. And the thing is, NaNiwa is not making a robo right now. He has no way to remove the creep. If Life can see pretty much close to half of his map, half of the map, and he has this many Queens to defend against here and Locusts with Swarm Host to be sent across the map, that's going to make him a very, very scary Zerg to play against on this map, don't you think?
I think so. I absolutely think so here. The creep spread is incredible. It's up to the Xel'Naga tower that's on NaNiwa's side. One thing, though, NaNiwa has not scouted the infestation pit, has not seen what his opponent's doing, does not know about Swarm Hosts.
Yeah, he has 1 sentry with full energy right now, actually. I'm a little bit surprised he's not using this. Although we do remember what he can do with 4 force fields only from his game versus Sion. It would be nice if he went for a scout, at least a little bit more of a scout with his Phoenixes to exactly know what he's up against.
All right, well, NaNiwa now finishing up with Zealot Charge. A Fungal goes down onto these Phoenixes. The Queens come in here. NaNiwa is also moving out at the same time, though, so the Phoenixes will be spared. But
and
now
no detection.
He's seen the Locusts. He's
No
seen
detection.
The Locusts. I mean, he starts the robotics facility immediately, but how is he meant to buy time? He can't just sit back and wait for the observer. Does he try to attack in different angles? What does he do here?
I think he doesn't have a choice. He has to wait for Observer. And remember before, when he gave time to Life, what happens? It's never a good thing to do. So I think here, getting an Observer to make sure he can start removing creep or dealing with this Swarm Host if Life comes too close would be good. And then getting a Warp Prism to harass the main would be great as well.
But NaNiwa, look, on the right-hand side, Todd, he's broken away with Zealots.
Yes, that's also a way.
He has the Xel'Naga tower right now. If he can keep his opponent busy on the left-hand side, even though he's losing a couple of units and he is keeping him busy, if they get... Oh, they're on creep! They need to get the hell off creep. You can't sit there on creep. Now they go in. Life, though, is not moving towards it.
Yeah, Life has not seen it yet. And I think this hatchery is going to be sniped here by NaNiwa. Nice move.
Nice move, and he's buying himself time and also slowing down his opponent. A second robotics facility, a robotics bay, +3 attacks. Storm is on its way. NaNiwa needs to sit tight, but he can't even take a fourth base at this moment because there's a borrowed Zergling. An observer is about to come out, but for the time being, Warp Prism, as you called,
finally.
He's buying time, he's getting himself up to an army ready, but at the same time, not just sitting back like other, lesser skilled Protoss players would do, just sit back and wait. He's active, he's killed the fourth, he's got the Warp Prism, he's gonna be slowing his opponent down, but can he get enough time in this game to get to where he wants?
And this is definitely the right response here by NaNiwa. Getting the Warp Prism, he should be dropping 4 Zealots in the main, warping in a lot of additional Zealots while taking 2 Colossi. He's gonna be trying to take a fourth, and I mean, he needs to be very active at this point. I think even going for War Prism speed and making more War Prisms 2x2 will be a brilliant decision. Because if you look at the army of Life, it's not mobile at all. There is few infestors, a lot of swarm hosts, few roaches and queens here and there. He's not going to move around very quickly. And Life anticipates this. He gets spines in his main.
And he's got spines in his main, but there are Zealots to the north right now, and he's going to have to run back with roaches to defend against it. But more importantly, Life has denied NaNiwa a fourth base. NaNiwa's moving out on the right-hand side. The roaches will deal with these Zealots, but NaNiwa's pulled him very far back to the far north position here, while moving forward through the middle of the map. Where is he going exactly here, NaNiwa? Where is he going?
He's going away from this locust. That's where he's going. He does not want to get chased down.
High Templar at the back getting picked off because they're slow-moving units. But the Warp Prism headed to the main. 3 Spine Crawlers in the main. Not that many.
Ooh, some good fungals here could lock down this army. NaNiwa has to be very careful.
Oh, it's a lot of Zealots inside the main base here, and he's got pressure on this fourth base at the same time. If Life's be out of position, and the Zealots are going to start to break down these Spine Crawlers. More are starting. Transfuses coming in, Roaches coming in to help at the same time. NaNiwa still has that Mothership core to get out, but more importantly, he's got the Colossus on the way.
Oh, nice fungal.
Fungal
he
from
has
the
to
high
recall.
ground.
If the Mothership core dies, this entire army is trapped. Okay, NaNiwa recalls instantly. He's getting Colossi behind this, and he might try and take a fight when he's maxed out here. So if you have many Colossi and Archons to tank, you can win one big fight with reinforcements, and then from there you just win the game.
How important is it that NaNiwa's not on a fourth?
It's very important. I mean, he definitely needs to be taking a fourth right now, especially since he has the money. And wow, no, is that even a run-by? 4 roaches to Zergling? So I guess when it's Life, it's a run-by.
Well, he finds the Colossus and they get killed immediately. Remember, there is no Hive, there's no Vipers, which we usually see in this composition. I'm not even sure if there is. Okay, there is a Spy, so he is now building Corruptors. More Spine Crawlers going inside the main base. Life has identified the threat of the Warp Prism, but NaNiwa may try a different angle here. He's got 5 Zealots on the left-hand side going up the left flank.
Yeah.
There's no creep here. The Zelnogga Tower is not controlled either, but he will be spotted eventually when he gets onto that creep. And
wow, some roaches out of position here might get killed. NaNiwa goes back a little bit.
One Archon gets picked off there.
Oh, he sends Zealots into the third base here. And that's not going to do anything. There is Spines in position, but I think he should have been looking to warp in the main. In the meantime, oh, a Corruptor will find the Warp Prism actually.
Yeah, and this is going to get picked off here. NaNiwa needs a fourth now.
Oh, he's going to go for the other one.
Yeah, he's going to take this, and he is getting his upgrades up there. He's got +3 attack, he's got +1 armor, and +2 shields.
Yeah.
Blink now starting.
And the Swarm hosts are looking to send some locusts towards this base because Life saw, oh, actually, one Swarm host
NaNiwa gets a big scout
Templars
inside the main base too. He actually sees the Greater Spire on its way.
Yeah, and those Zealots, they are starting to do a lot of damage to these Spine Crawlers. If he goes for one more, he could kill the Spines and then possibly the Greater Spire.
But the Warp Prism's been picked off now by the Corruptors. NaNiwa takes a fourth. 8 Stalkers being warped in. Is this just because he spotted the Greater Spire and realizing the threat? Stalkers clearly aren't that good against Swarm hosts here. If he flanks them, blinks on top, maybe, but...
you need a few at least, I think. Especially if you have Blink and they have +3 attack upgrades, they can make a lot of things happen. And he knows that against Corruptors and Vipers, they're always going to be helpful as well.
All right, well, NaNiwa taking a fourth. Will get that mining shortly. Still sitting very defensively. And we do see Life pushing forward. A lot of Swarm hosts, a lot of Corruptors. Greater Spire almost finished.
Is this going to be a 4-1?
Is this going to be a 4-1? A big question. And we're going to find out the answer very soon. Broodlords, I imagine, can't be morphed yet, though, actually, because he doesn't have any supply. But he is going to try and lose some, I'd imagine.
The Roaches, I guess he could sacrifice them And well, NaNiwa's army is actually really big and strong here. He could go for a
Yeah.
fight, but he will get fungal in this corner.
Uh-oh, he's fungled in the corner. Here come the Locusts. The Colossus doing a lot of damage. The Corruptors are going to have to come to fight. Can NaNiwa make this possible? Can he have a good fight? He needs some storms on those Corruptors. He gets a couple. The Locusts blink to the left here, and they bring down the Queens incredibly fast. The Vipers are gone. The Corruptors are dying here. NaNiwa takes an absolutely unbelievable fight here, and he kills all the Corruptors. He's getting to the Swarm Host, and the Swarm Host, he can blink forward here and then pick them off. The Observer, I don't know where it is exactly.
It's just right behind the army, and NaNiwa's going to be able to kill all this and counter-attack.
Oh, the Swarmos are gonna get picked off here, and life drops in supply. 16, 17 roaches, 8 Corruptors is the bank of life that he has so patiently banked up at this point here. He's really got it building. But is it going to be enough? NaNiwa's got a very strong army, and we could see NaNiwa win another game here against Starftail Life. Very patient, very slow. The Ultralisk Cavern is on its way, but do these units, do these upgrades dawn too much? Yes, they are.